What's up, YouTube? I'm Super Dan the Shoe Man. I got a quick video here for you today. These shoes drop tomorrow, and if you haven't seen the full video of my review of these and all the other pairs I got my size, 2 pairs of 6.5 for Atticus slash his mom. His mom will probably be wearing those more, and I canceled one of them. And 2 pairs for Trent. This is what we're here to talk about today. But before we get any further, make sure you watch that or my Jumpman Jack T-Rex video. But these drop tomorrow, so you might want to watch this because I got some opinions about this. Great shoe, but got some opinions on whether or not you might want to buy it. Before we go any further, though, we're going to have a quick word from our sponsor, Atticus. Who is our sponsor? Jesus. Matthew chapter 27, verse 46, Jesus was on the cross dying for our sins, and he looks up to heaven and he says, my God, why have you forsaken me? God was forsaking Jesus, his one and only son, God on earth. He was that doesn't make any sense. Hebrews 13:5 says that God will never leave us or forsake us. That's because God was actually forsaking Jesus. He turned his back on him while he was on the cross because Jesus had the weight and the nastiness of all of our sins, all of my sins on his back, and God can't be around that. That's why he can't be around us when we're caught in sin and when we haven't accepted what Jesus did for us on the cross. And all we got to do is accept it, and then when God looks down at us, instead of seeing that sin that he has to turn his back on, what does he see? Do you know, Atticus?
Jesus.
He sees Jesus. He sees the perfection of Jesus. Thank you so much for doing that for us, Jesus. All right, we got to get into this because I like, what the heck is Jordan doing? I know that even in men's sizes that you get some different proportioning when you go into especially bigger sizes, but like when I first saw this on this shoe on Trent's size 9C, which he's not going to be able to wear for like a year at least, I was really disappointed. I'm still kind of disappointed, but Hesper was like, you know, it doesn't matter. The shoes are really cool anyway, so just keep them. So we're going to keep them. I got both a pair of size 7 and a size 6, but we need to talk about this. So we see the proportions of the Jordan 11, and these are the proportions we expect. We expect a toddler shoe to look like a toddler shoe. I think I also expect a crib booty, this is a Jordan 11 cool gray, maybe to look a little bit different. You know, it's a crib booty. It's soft. It's got a soft bottom, or you know, not a rigid sole. So you know, it's going to look a little different, and it looks significantly different. You can tell what it is, right? You got no. Where'd it go?
Left.
Okay. There's no question. This is a Jordan 11, right, Atticus? No.
Yes.
Correct. There's no question. Like, you know, it's a Jordan 11, but there's very little patent leather up here. The way that the rubbery outsole comes up is kind of weird, and that just seems okay to me because it's a booty. It's a crib booty. It's not a shoe. Then we get up to this. This is the Gratitude size 6. This looks good to me, right? Proportions look similar, like it's the same shape as this, right? One thing I didn't notice on this, because it didn't really make as big of a deal on this shoe as it does on this, is that on the normal size shoe, and I'm pretty sure, actually, let's get it out real quick, just to double check that the grade school is the same. Yeah. So you got patent leather upper material, which in this case of the 11 Legend / Columbia is leather. Men's size 11 also. You got leather up here. Patent leather, normal leather, tongue. You see that? Patent leather, normal leather, tongue. Got it. On this, patent leather, tongue. The upper leather just goes straight down into the patent leather here. This doesn't seem like that big of a deal on this shoe because the tongue leather is a similar, very similar material, and it from, you know, a couple feet away, it looks like the same material as the upper, although the tongue is a little bit softer and a little bit more tumbled. It doesn't jump out to you, to your eye. All right, so this is a size 6. This is a size 7. We're already getting a little derpy, aren't we, Atticus? Is derpy a good word for this?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you think of another cool word that kids say these days that like the young people would say that's a difference in the look of these? Like these are good, these are fine, these are okay, and this is whack.
Mm-hmm.
Not dope. Maybe not dope. But this is the size 6, 7, and we're already getting this look. And when you look at this shoe, it calls out to your eye that there's no leather here, that it's just tongue. Again, this is just tongue as well, but this is a ballistics nylon, which is what the upper of, say, a Concord is, which is what the tongue of the men's Legend is made out of as well. But there's no more leather here. That just stood out to me. And remember, if you go back and watch this video, you see I opened the 7C first because my 6C was delivered to my parents' house because that's the address on one of my sneakers accounts. And I only opened this 9C, which is even more derpy. Actually, this one might be more derpy.
Yeah.
I think as far as the toe goes, this one looks a little more derpy. This has got some creasing in it already. And I think you just run into this and more so in the Toddler shoes. I'm not too worried about it. He's going to mess this stuff up pretty quick anyway. Although he hasn't messed these up too bad. He's worn these quite a bit. Yeah, these are fine. But it's something I've seen from Nike in kid shoes a lot. There's a lot more flaws in the little ones. But look at the amount, the space between the lace and the patent leather. That just jumped out to me as extra derpy. So if you're thinking about getting these and you don't absolutely just love, you're thinking about getting these for your toddler and you don't, and they're in a 6+, I think, or 7+. This is 7, this is 7, this is 9. 6 seems like you get a better shaped shoe. The proportions are more in line with the men's shoe. This is not perfect. I don't know if it's specifically this Jordan 11, the Legend, or if it would be all of them, because this is the biggest size Jordan 11 that we own. Is it? I don't have anything else that he hasn't worn. I don't need Jordan 11s now. So I think this is absolutely not hideous, but it's an eyesore, and I don't like that. And that is absolutely specific, more specific to this shoe. Probably also would be for the Concord, but again, I don't like. It's a smaller space on the size 6 than the size 7, but this isn't that much bigger. It's just that you can see it because it's such a different material. It sticks out more. And this one, it's a lot bigger space, and it's also such different material. It's not the leather. It's not patent leather. It's ballistics mesh. That may also, on a Concord, I don't have a Concord his size, that all of this is mesh, the ballistics nylon, as well as the tongue. Maybe it wouldn't stick out so bad because it would be more like this, that the tongue material is similar to the rest of the upper material. Does that make sense to you, Atticus? Yeah. It's the difference in material that calls out, that makes it scream a little more. In addition to the derpy proportionality. So if you're thinking about getting these for your bigger toddler, you might want to think twice. If you don't just love the Jordan 11 and you don't just want a twin with the baby, then you might skip these. I'm okay with it. I don't love it, but I'd rather him have the Jordan 11s, even in 2 pairs, a pair to wear. Maybe in the next 6 months or so, he'll be fitting in this one. And then maybe after a year, maybe even a year and a half from now, he's going to be able to wear this one. I will still be wearing these for that entire duration. So he needs the pair to keep up.
Maybe if he puts it on his foot, maybe he'll like straighten it out and make it a little more
less derpy.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, it's a little weird, like weirdly shaped, because I don't know, because maybe something like that, but I think it's more weirdly shaped just because the way they have to make the shoe long to fit a bigger foot. But it's still a basic toddler shoe, and it's in a basic toddler mold. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't think that's going to change it enough to make it look good, to make it look more like this. But again, I don't really care. I do love this on the bottom for a shoe that I'm not playing basketball in anyway. I might even prefer this on my own shoe because I think it looks cool. They said Jumpman Jordan. I didn't remember that. The one says Jumpman, one says Jordan, but that's fitting. But anyways, these go off or released tomorrow. If you haven't gotten into any raffles, I wouldn't really worry about it. JD and Finish Line have both re-offered me exclusive access like 5 times. So I believe that there was a significant number of these made. Probably not as many as were made for the Cool Grays several years ago, but that's because I think Jordan brand has actually made a change in their production volume because they realize the market just isn't where it was a couple of years ago, and they don't want these things sitting, because if they're harder to get, if they're actually hard to get, which these will not be hard to get, although those weren't hard to get. I got, I think, double digits, more than double digits pairs of those, and they were still going for a premium in the aftermarket. But if Jordan can make them appear scarce and really hard to get, then number one, everybody that might want them feels like they're more hyped. And if they feel like they're more hyped, they're willing to pay a little bit more money for them. Hyped because they're more, what's the word? Exclusive. Because exclusive access now through JD means nothing. It's like, ooh, I got exclusive access, but I could just walk in on Saturday morning when they release and go get them. But if Nike makes them feel more exclusive, people are gonna feel like they're more hyped and be more apt to buy them, even if maybe they're not apt to buy them right now, or not thinking about buying them, or not really like hyped to buy them. Yeah, I might get them, might not. And then if that happens, then the resellers are gonna jump all over it, making them actually even more scarce to be able to get on release day for retail. And then that drives the aftermarket up because everybody gets all hyped about it, then aren't able to get it, and then they're like, oh well, I got to go to the aftermarket. And instead of paying $230, which is already crazy for this shoe retail, then they're going to pay $300 for it afterwards. So let me know what you think about the derpiness of the proportionality of the size 7 and size 9C, which are toddlers sizes of the Jordan 11. Let me know if you have other Jordan 11s in these sizes, the bigger toddler sizes, that whether or not they also look derpy, and also if it more has to do with the differences in material. Let your grandma know about the derpiness of the Jordan 11 toddler in size 7 and size 9. Even though they're not too derpy for us to wear, we're going to keep them. Smash the like button, comment down below, and let me know what you think about it, and I'll see y'all next time.
You're so pretty.
Say bye.
Shoes.
Shoes. And I like shoes.
Fire! It's so cute. Wow.
What's that?
Jordan 3 black cement.